Hello! Thank you guys all so much for the support on the stream yesterday. I had a lot of fun playing that much Brutal Orchestra. I'm glad we were able to get some clears, some new characters that I haven't yet, like Leviathan and Thype, but we've gotten both clears as Splig now, which is hype. Thank you again, Fey Unicorn, for the follow, Veximus for the follow, Brian and Kringle for the raid, and Yang in there for the 20 months of subbing. Thank you, Dr. O, for that shout out. I hope the rest of your stream was a good time. I'm a little short on time, so I'm starting earlier than I thought I would, but at the same time, it's mostly just because I've been invited out to go hang out with some friends and I want to be able to make it on time. So probably no X4 today, unfortunately, but I am down to try and make some progress in Dark Souls 2 for sure. The last time we played, we took down 8 bosses. I'm hoping we can take down at least 2 here. We'll see, though. There is no new information. But I appreciate the support during the time that I have been able to stream. We're almost halfway to my first playthrough's level here. Gabagoop's gonna continue his journey here. So, on the way to Executioner Chariot, there is another boss. I don't think I have to kill them in a specific order. So, we just upgraded our Estus Flask the last time, so it heals us for a bit more. Let's go here and see if I can find where the other boss is. I remember it's like before the bridge that leads you down like the valley over to Executioner's Chariot. And I'm still really liking the poke maneuvers. I mean, it scales well with Dex. There are a few other weapons that do as well, but I think it'd be too close to something like we were doing in our Demon Souls playthrough, so maybe we just stick with this for as long as we can. It's been faring us pretty well. I don't know how well we will fare against this next boss, considering I'm a little brain dead and also it's another gank fight. I don't think it's as bad as Gargoyles, and I'm glad we were able to clear that, but we'll see. You gotta remember the path there first, though. I'll take down this dude just in case. Don't like poison. Now, I think if you have something to throw, you can lock onto the big ol' moth things in the tree and throw stuff at them, but I don't know what I got to throw. Maybe some throwing knives? Yeah, got some of those. Yeet. They drop some stuff. Poison moss. So I think it's just before the bridge that you lower. Maybe just after. Hold on. Hold up. Owie. Calm down. I have to be more careful about my attacks with this weapon because I feel like it's very easy to get off target. Just been interesting. Though later in the game, these enemies have inspired me to maybe yeah, I think it's this bridge over here. Anyway, to maybe dual hand some faster weapons? Could be fun. It's locked. There's a bonfire in there. What's in this spooky cave? More curse pots. But I feel like I'm surprised how many things are weak to electricity. The only infusion that I've used in Souls 2 is the fire one. So this is working out super well so far. You didn't drop any souls, so there's gotta be a... Uh-oh. A necromancer in here. Oh, didn't realize how low on health I was. I'm out of there. Oh, Shit. This is, okay. I think that's where I'm supposed to go for the boss fight, though. It's like behind a waterfall. I remember that much. And I think there's a phantom invader that shows up. Makes 256 total. Take 2. Oak. Where's the moth over here? He's way up there. Oh, hi. Don't mind me, just gonna yeet. Guess there's no real reason to do that since I can't get the item, but you know what? Just because he's dropping poison down at me. Should be reason enough, right? I still want that item at some point. Okay, I think this is closer then. Cannot use bonfire. It's because there's enemies after me. Oh, we've been invaded by Miss Cleo. Alright. Hello. Oh, I don't know how to gesture in this game. Hello. Welcome in. What's good? Are you gonna spellcast at me? Hello. Oh god, we're fighting. Alright. I think it's our first player invader. Alright, you're almost down. See you later. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna rest at this bonfire now. Free human effigy for us. Hello? Is it... I'm assuming it's because there's still more enemies. Maybe I'm being invaded again. There we go. How do you gesture in this game? I feel like that was kind of rude of me. Player status? No. Middle button? There it is. Okay. And we can change some of these with the ones that we've unlocked. We've gotten Joy, Decapitate, and Warm Up. I'm going to change No Way with Decapitate. Pumped Up is pretty good. Bow. I Won't Bite. We can change with Joy. Oh, that Wave and Joy. Point is too good. As soon as we get point down, I'm immediately replacing point with point down. But now I know how to gesture, so I can return the favor. I thought we were friends for a sec. Oh, he's just hanging on the bridge here. I don't know if I ever noticed him. Huntsman's Copse. Really has been cool visiting this area again. I'm gonna say that for a lot of the areas in Dark Souls 2, just because I feel like they're very memorable for me just because it is my first Souls game. Or it was. What else we got? Got the archer over here and the dog. Owie. Poke. Oh, hello. Surprised he didn't get a backstab on me. So we gotta break some pots. Kill a necromancer, apparently. Keeping them skelly boys alive. Wait. Guess it is this cave then? Don't mind that, just a pile of burning bodies, it's fine. Don't give up, skeleton. I'm wondering if the pots keep them alive too, though. He didn't drop any souls. Oh, hi. Oh, God. Alright, should I just rush down the necromancer then? He's over here. Hi there. Cursed. Come here. Ow. You have poking attacks too. Guess that's the end of that. Oh! Hello! Can you open that for me? Come here. Alright, never mind. I hear the waterfall, so maybe that's an entrance closer to the boss then. Oh, hi. Do be dropping souls now. This is where I came from. Okay. Maybe it's worthwhile lighting these. We do have plenty of butterflies, but I want to make sure we have enough for very late game area. So I'm going to hold off for now. I think, here's where I died. This dude knocked me off the bridge. Poke. If I remember right, we have another NPC phantom here. A classic, if you will. Yep. Merciless Rona. And then I think there may even be one more after this. Undead Lockwake Key. Interesting. It's a pretty badass looking weapon you got there. Just out of range. No. No Estus. Not allowed. Alright, you're donezo. Some of the... Yo, what up, dude? Yo, so we've seen Forlorn 3 times. He still hasn't taken us down yet. The last time we saw him was actually here in the Undead Burg. Or, I'm sorry, that's Dark Souls 1. In the Huntsman's Copse. Right now, I totally forgot about the Skeleton Lord's fight. So, I'm gonna go and see if we can do that. Don't mind me, just gonna... Yeet! Oh. So much for the item. Oh, there actually is an item there. Bloodstains scare me. Easy peasy. Poison moss. That's a good weapon. I think that's strength, mostly. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we could actually wield this now. Causes bleed, which is kind of nice too. Dude, so Forlorn will have his redemption arc for sure. I don't think we're going to be seeing Forlorn for a bit. Like after Huntsman's Copse, but I am not too sure. Poison arrows. Oh god. Hello. Him and Oleg, best invader NPCs, I agree. They're up there for me for sure. There's some super iconic ones for sure. The, excuse me. Cannibal lady that shows up, I thought showed up here too. Like a little before the boss fight. I hear breathing. Flame butterfly. How many of those were there? I remember the flame butterflies being really important for the Dark Covenant against on the path of the Dark Lurker, so I want to save on those. Excuse me. Forlorn. So I think that's boss fight. Oh. Dead end there. We can continue this way though. It's so loud! Hello! Oh god. The Necromancer. At me. Oh no, I'm dead. Chug. Chug! Holy shit, we're not dead. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure. Combustion and Titanite Shard, nice. Dark Covenant's a lot of fun, but pretty hard from what I remember too. Yeah, very cool boss fight. The path can be a little annoying with the phantom NPCs and whatnot. That's all I really remember about it. This is why I'm like, maybe it's worth lighting the torches. Don't even think about it, just jump across. I'm really surprised at how well Lightning Affinity has been working out. Ooh, Estus Shard. So this was the other side we came from. All the Titanite chunks and shards, hell yeah. And then this jump is free, don't even worry about it. Oh my god. Human effigies, 40 lacerating arrows. Okay. Alright. Question is, do we try boss with 11,000 souls? Probably not. Because there's some BS that can happen in this fight. I'll go ahead and Boneward home. It's so loud! Dude, Forlorn. And his anime arc. Plus we can upgrade our Estus even more now. May as well go back. I think we're close to 10,000 souls per level, so this should be perfect.
Is that a shard?
Yeah.
However,
So now we're up to 7 uses with Estus, upgraded once. Let's level our endurance probably. Equip load could be nice. Only increases it by 1. It's not a great level for it. That seems better, although maybe health also. Yeah, I'm gonna do health. Sweet. So I'm trying to get the rest of the NPC achievements. One of them is getting all 7 of them here to Majula. Well, 7 of the main ones. And then the other ones are Lucatiel, who we saw a lot of, and Benhart Hugo, the dude with the Moonlight Greatsword, just outside the chapel here. But apparently you can't, like, progress his questline until pretty far into the game. Like one of the meme boss fights you can summon him at. What was I doing? Back to the place I belong. And I still need to find the blacksmith's daughter, too. But I think that's through Huntsman's Copse. Find out. There's one item that's been teasing me. One very specific item. It's given me 5 deaths so far. This item. There's a ladder over here. Hello. And you could try it as many times as you want. But the jump's a little tough. I'm gonna get it eventually. Maybe not now. That's the true final boss right there. So I was looking up things about Ludenzollen specifically on how to make the fight easier. And from what I understand, it's just meant to be fought with online multiplayer. Like, and that makes a lot of sense. At the same time, the walk-up is still just, ugh. And it's so easy to waste all your human effigies on that fight. Probably gonna save that fight for second to last if I can. So I typically like to do Sunken King, then Ivory, then Iron. It's after me. But I might have to swap the order around. I could do Sunken King, Iron, and then Ivory, maybe. Should be a good time. Again, there's a lot of things I'm looking for. He's speeding. He's out of there. It's distracted by your zombie friend. Oh yeah, that roll attack is sick. Wow. How do we get to this bonfire though? You and your poison arrows. This is Lorked? Oh, yeah, there we go. Undead lockaway key. Whoosh. Is that an NPC? Hello. Gabagoop. Someone locked him in here.
You set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him.
What have I done? Is he up against Pate?
I am Crater of Mira.
Cretin.
I travel from land to home my blade.
It's from the same place Lucatiel is. You bitch!
Hands full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with man on the way.
Get over here, coward.
In a backstabbing grave. He took the first chance he had.
I'm assuming he's talking about Pate.
I decided to
Alright. Don't mind me, just gonna close this door. No, okay.
I can't believe it. I was so dense. Maybe the stars that you gave
Looks like you may not be the first victim. Yeah, hold on, I got an archer to take care of. Alright. Anyways, what were you saying? Something about being trapped in here?
you be careful of him.
Yeah, Pate.
Paint, I think he said. There's this rather unusual ring. You know it. And you see
Stole it off a corpse.
I've seen this type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it.
Nah, he just wants treasure.
I'm sure
I guess
the last victim. The man's better off dead.
he didn't fall for his traps this time.
He's a slick talker. So don't let him fool you.
Any more dialogue?
The man with a strange ring.
He's gonna go beat him up.
Rat. And don't you
I think they do end up fighting.
he says, I'll find a common for the man and put an end to his roguery.
Ooh, gesture. Fist pump? Let's go. That's a good one. I'm gonna replace, if I can. This button, there we go. Joy with fist pump. That's pretty powerful.
Paint.
Okay. There's the dialogue loop there. Go and rest again, see if he's still here. And try and get all gestures too, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he's gone. Alright. Have fun hunting down Pate. Neat. Now we have the shortcut through here, so... Is Ted left then? I went in a fucking circle. I know where I'm going. Trying to remember where the gate we opened was. Owie. No curse pots allowed. There it is. Hello, gentlemen. Seeing enough of you in this boss fight. Let's see if we can do this. I feel like I should top off, but... Skeleton Lord's time. Alright, the damage we're doing is a little scary. Oh, right. Okay, hold on. Once you take one down, it does a little more. I have a Pyromancer, one with a scythe. I don't know what the one I just killed is wielding, but... should be able to do this, as long as I don't get ganked too bad by all the skelly boys. Sure are a lot of them. Oh, and hitting the skeletons counts as boss health too. Okay. Maybe we do got this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wheel skeletons. This weapon is good for hitting multiple enemies too, so just trying to keep an eye out for this pyromancer. It's behind all of them. Owie, sir. The backstab. Let's go. Oh, it's got a scythe. Spooky, scary skeletons. Owie. One more hit. Big boy down. Luckily, with a few of the optional bosses we've done before this, like Royal Rat Authority and the Gargoyles, we're a tad over leveled for this area in general, which has been nice. So the run up to Executioner's Chariot shouldn't be too bad either, now that we've bopped the Phantom there. All kinds of skelly boys. Uh-oh. I think we're almost done here. Just you left. Poke. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I remember. I remember the wheel skeletons being far more frequent. That's another boss down. And I don't think this boss is optional technically. No, I could be wrong. I thought there was a way to get to Brightstone from here. Thanks. Just one of the next major areas. Just ahead, therefore try jumping. What if there actually is, though? No. Alright. Brings us up to 11 down. The bridge has been lowered. Whoops. This one, please. Hoping we can beat 2 today. Now, if this is Brightstone Cove Saldora, I'll probably just clear the rest of... Oh no, is this... Oh god! Harvest Valley? Yeah, okay. Okay, we could get another NPC to Majula, and then there'll only be one more left pretty soon after this. And we get to fight the best boss in the entire series here.
Are you a traveler? I'm Chloanne.
She knows things about rocks.
I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living.
Blacksmith's daughter.
I never planned to visit this god's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around.
He's carrying a skull, you know.
Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance,
Man, that's a skull.
stones are used in smithing. Oh, now your ears prick up. Have extras if you can pay.
So you have Bonfire Aesthetics, which will be really useful later if we can find you again in Majula. I want to get the Cat's Eye Ring now before we fight Executioner's Chariot. So I'm going to hold off for now. Just exhaust your dialogue. And for them rocks.
I was told. All this poison. You can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor.
The dragon bones.
Some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are
I think our first Titanite slab is in Harvest Valley as well.
quite a lot, really. Drang Lake. How is it that I ended up here?
None of you guys seem to remember.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I can't seem to remember.
Wonder why.
I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on.
Back to Majula.
Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long.
Heh.
I've searched every
Okay, there's the dialogue loop there. I'm
I suppose it's
assuming...
about time I moved shop.
Sick. So now, let's go try and find a bonfire. He's listening into the walls. Yeah, listen carefully. What are the walls saying to you? Fun times. Lots of items here, but poison. Okay, no necromancers here. Got some crawly dudes. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can remember where first bonfire is. We do want to head up that way. This guy's gonna bully us. Yeet! He casts dark enchantments. I did not know that. Dark sorcery. Hey you. You're gonna... He's got a bag on his head. It's not on his back. It's a dude riding him like a mount. Here. It's crazy. Okay. I'll keep throwing knives at you. Alright, he's about half. I'll go in now. Poke. Oh, come on. Big boy down. See if the dude on top... Nope, he's just down too. Alright. We're gonna pop... Temporarily boost poison resist. See how well that works. Go for some items here. Fragrant branch of yours, incredible. Lots of uses for that. I'm not sure where to use this one, honestly. Can cause bleed. Chest ahead, you say. Now, oh, Gavlon! Hello. Yes. I'm gonna sell whatever duplicates I have. No, because I could turn them into boss weapons, maybe. It's Gavlon. For the third time, I think? He's all over the place. We've already got the Ring of Giants. This could be really good. Okay, I'll hold off for now. Gavlon deal. I respect Gavlon. You deal. Best NPC? Yeah, I'll see you later, Gavlon. I didn't even know you could be in Harvest Valley. Raw stone, okay. Money bags? Make sure it's not like a secret wall. Not, yeah, I think the poison resist is still up. I can't tell if it's stamina or not, though. Yeah, we'll get poisoned. What's this? Fire Seed and Divine Blessing. Ooh, can upgrade our Pyromancy Glove a little more with that. I need a chug. Use one of these. Man, that still hurt me quite a bit. Do. Torch, always good. We'll be back. We'll be back. I'm hearing things. Pyromancers. Is that Gavlon drinking from his ale? Listen carefully. Like his tankard? Is that what that sound is? He's gulping. think that's exactly what that is. I love that. Okay. What is? Fading Soul? Sure. Alright. It's like I may just need to head back for now. Tempted to keep exploring though. Too many goodies. I've already been through there now. So there's a Gavlon there. Oak. Let's see. I don't remember which ways are dead ends and which ways aren't. A lot of souls on the line here. Titanite shards. Too many good things. Oh god, use it. Thank you. Alright, I should stop being greedy. Good Boneward home. Oh, I led an enemy to you. Not have you die. Despair required ahead. Ah, I see. I can't go back unless I Boneward home. Oh no, it's right here. Thank God. I just passed it up on the way. Good, good. Let's go to Majula. I'm forgetting how much the cat's eye ring is. There's a very specific reason I want it though. It is to go down the well, but not necessarily to explore what's down there just yet, but to get a very specific item that I'm hoping I don't destroy. The chest that it's in. It's very easy to do so.
Oh. Who are you again?
That's sad. Oh, okay, good.
You have a rather pleasant type I'm quite fond of.
Everybody's talking about the way I smell in this game. It's weird. So far we found Way of Blue. Oh, we never found the other Blue Covenant. But we found Rat King and Bellkeeper. Not a huge deal. Hey, give me that ring, please. 13,400 souls. You cheapskate. Boss wasn't too bad anyway.
Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything.
Okay, I believe we've already seen this dialogue here. Just making sure there's no new stuff. Okay, but now that we have the cat's eye ring, wherever that happens to be, reduces fall damage. Let's do some exploring down here in the well. See if we can't get a specific item before taking down Executioner's Chariot. Because there is a covenant I've not been a part of and you need a specific item. Yikes. In order to even talk with the NPC afterwards. And it's going to be in a chest through a doorway, so we got a bit. Ferrous Lockstones are great. That doorway there, I believe. So, I think this one's fine to fall down on. Then this beam. Scurry. Thank you, Gutter. We'll make it eventually, I believe. That's a few newfound items, though. Not quite Gutter time. So I'm not sure how much HP we'll need to get down there. Probably doesn't make any sense, but let's see. I don't think any of the NPCs we're trying to summon could be summoned through Skeleton Lords anyway. Okay. What's that? 4,000 souls? Might have to pass on that now. That's the one we have to go to. See if we don't die. Good. Poison moss. Even more items down there though. Let's save it for another time. Grave of Saints. Unless the door is lower. This is where Royal Rat Vanguard is. I remember that much. Poke. May have to look up where the specific chest is. Rats! How do we get in there for the item? Maybe we drop down from above? Yeah, okay. It's a big old foot. Another place to use a Pharos Lockstone. Oh, the rats. Do we try and take down that boss while we're here? I may have to use a specific Pharos Lockstone. Liar ahead. In order to access it, and this is the only one we have for now. Praise the sun. Oh god, you inflict toxic. Okay, we can't use the... I'm forgetting what it's called already. Fragrant Branch of Yore. Big ol' skeletons. Homeward Bone. Dwarf required ahead. Some good messages in Dark Souls too. Hello. Oh. Let's see here. This is the ladder down to the fight, I think. No? Illusory wall ahead, you say? Liar? Oh, no, this is where I came from. I'm a goof. Don't know of a better location to use a Pharos Lockstone, so I'm just gonna try it. Sometimes it's a trap. I don't know. And we could get like Ancient Dragon Bone or something from the actual Pharos location. I don't remember where the boss fight is. Do I need to be small? Hello. Come here. Uh-oh. Petrification. Alright. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Oh, there's Fog Gate. Okay. How do I get over there? Maybe it is the Pharos Lockstone. Oh, is it actually an illusory wall? Hear rats behind me. I'm gonna try this one. Uh-oh. Oh, sweet. Lower the bridge. Okay. Whisper of Despair. If we get enough of the NPC achievements, the only ones I have left are getting all miracles, pyromancies, and gestures, so maybe that could be worth trying to go for off-stream. Depending on how much work it is. So use all the bowls. The bowls? Yeah, the boss souls that we've gotten to get those exclusive spells and go from there. All petrified. Ambush. Give it up. Give it up for the rats. Ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Don't think there's any way we can lower this. Maybe I can kick it down. No. Alright, maybe we come back here once we have more Pharos Lockstones then. Fair enough. Maybe it was the one in that wall. But the boss is... It's gotta be like right there. Forget what I was even doing. Oh yeah, item... Well, now I'm just going in circles again. Climb up ladder to get back. Oh shit, look at that. Never mind. We can just go in through here. I think this is boss fight. Let's see what time it is. Alright, let's give it a shot. It sure isn't. Unless the health bar doesn't show up till after. Yeah, this is a boss fight. This is Royal Rat Vanguard. The squad of rats. It's very easy to get petrified and die during this. The key to this fight is there's one rat in particular. He's got a mohawk. He looks pretty badass. That's the one you need to target. But you may have to kill this first swarm in order for him to even show his ass. I don't even see a boss health pool. Huh, huh. Rats. I wonder if something unique happens with this fight if you're part of the, like, Vermin Covenant. Oh shit, there he is. The one with the badass mohawk. Is it you? It sure is. Too many rats. I don't have my dragon tooth bonker anymore. Get him. Alright, that's boss fight. All the rats skitter away. Royal Rat Vanguard Soul and a rat's tail. Let's go. Okay, I will rest bonfire real quick. That brings us up to 12. I swear some of the fights in this game. So we may have to go back up to Majula to drop down pit again. Unless this leads back. Hurrah for victory. Oh, sup, dude?
Why comest thou here?
Saw you earlier.
Thy treason will not go unpunished.
My bad.
I will gaze upon thee no longer.
He's mad at me because I abandoned the Covenant. Which one are we? Yeah, actually, I am part of the Rat Squad now. I was part of Bell Squad.
My servant, do not disappoint me.
Have I ever? Here, have
Thou art servant.
a rat tail. This is the only Covenant I've deepened so far. 2 times now.
The insolent fools line up to tremble upon us.
Okay, same dialogue as in the Pharos location. I'm gonna go ahead and buy more common fruits. Probably... Wait, how much do they cost? 1,600? Never mind. See ya. Crush my enemies, human. Quagmire. And now this is, where we drop down to get those items. Pharos Lockstone, hell yeah. Time for dropping down. Wings required ahead. Yep. Where's my Red Bull? Visions of ring and then death. We do still have the cat's eye ring on. And there's a whole thing, isn't it? Does this lead to like the royal graveyard or something? Bleed stone. Inflict weapon with bleed. I think that is where we want to head down. How do we get that item though? Ah! No shot. You can't make that jump. Maybe you can. I'm just too much of a coward. We're gonna want to go this way though. Don't think you can cross the bridge. It's just death down there? Hold up. No, I don't think so. Ambush ahead? Okay. Let's see if I can't make this jump. Sweet. Totally not a trap. Oh, it actually isn't. Ash Knuckle Ring. I don't know about this jump either. But I'll try it. What'd it do? Where is he? Increases petrification resistance. Ooh, that'll be nice. Go up to like there. Alright. So much for that. Homeward bones are good. Hello! No, thank you. Don't explode on me. Yep. Nope. I'm good. Yep. At least he's down. Great heal. Yep. Only if I had enough faith. Message required ahead. What's this lead? Further down into the gutter then maybe? Let's see. I'm gonna go see what this knight is blocking first. It's gonna be a little annoying trying to trudge through this and fighting him at the same time, but we got this. These are the ones that guard King Vendrick store. So I'm very interested. Owie. Oh, we're doing big damage. Alright, cool. He's allergic to lightning, apparently. Fair enough. That looks like where a big boulder can come down and crush me. Chest but right. Chest but right. Chest, by the way, toxic. Alright, well we can upgrade our Estus flasks even more, so they'll heal for more. Burn some more Sublime Bone Dust, get it +2. It's definitely worth. Move on down. Ah, I see. Well, now we're down here. Ain't no coming back. Keeping my eye out for enemies. Huminifigi. Oh, that's not death somehow. Okay. Yikes. Everything's fine. Remember first mimic being close to here. Might be different rafters though. Radiant Life Gem, you love to see it. Let's see here. I think what we need to do is find a different way around. Yes, there we go. Oh no. Yep. Once I'm down there, I'm set in stone. Ain't no coming back up. This isn't Black Gulch, is it? Holy shit, I think it is. Alright. Wait, so I remember you can break the ones that are spitting. That poison does a lot of damage to me. You can break these before they spit at you. This is the gutter, okay. fun times ahead. Definitely gonna need to light a torch. Don't know if I want to use a flame butterfly for that just yet, though. Looks like you can land down there, but seems a little far. It seems even further. Okay, I'm gonna risk this. Nope. I changed my mind. This is too many souls. Too many souls. Alright. So now we found the Grave of Saints. We have Grave Entrance. Go back to Majula. Level up our Estus. Level up our Gabagoop. Boom, boom, boom. Burn that Sublime Bone Dust. Hell yeah. Oh, sweet. She's back here. Now the last NPC we need to get over here is in Earthen Peak. It's a little after Harvest Valley, if I remember right. Boom, bam, boom. Might still have enough souls to get some things from Blacksmith's Daughter. Did not mean to do that. Hello.
Fancy meeting you here.
Still looking at bones?
Speak up if you need anything at all. These stones may look
Okay, same dialogue I think.
with weapons and armor.
Some unique stones provide special benefits.
Are extremely rare. None of
Yeah, okay. Same dialogue. Still sell the same stuff, which is awesome. We get a bonfire aesthetic from you,
no interest.
which I will definitely use later. Oh no, if we want to upgrade, we want to do Macduff for the achievement. So let's see if we can do that. You would be here. Now, depending on how good bleed is, if we find another stone, I might try and do like a dex build with 2 faster weapons that inflict bleed. He schmooved over. Dear flame. So now we have a bleed stone. We have, which one is this called? Raw stone, enchanted, mundane, which I think just brings it back to base. Damage, magic, fire, and lightning. So we need an enchanted one, poison one, and a dark Knight stone, poison stone, and magic stone. Alright. Now we should be able to reinforce our spear. The Titanite chunks that we found a few times. Hell yeah. Now we need chunks to upgrade it. Dear flame. Now let's head back to somewhere. Forget already. So many paths in this game, it's actually ridiculous. Oh right, item for Covenant before Executioner's Chariot. I'm going to look that up because I'm a dirty cheater. I believe it's in the gutter though. Gutter's a pain though, so if I don't have to, then... We're looking for an item called Token of Spite. Typically only found by raiding other players. In the bottom of Majula Well after the tunnel with the 3... Yeah, okay, so I might need to go... Right before the gutter, it says... Okay. Okay. So... Back to Grave Entrance then. For the achievement. All the rats. I think we go back to Shaded Wood. That was the thing that happened. As far as using our Branch of Yore. No. The dude who sells you boss spells in the prison in the Lost Bastille is probably the play. I'm gonna do that with it. Oh boy. It went down last time though, right? It's over here. It's a shortcut. It would be nice. Oh, look at that. Homeward Bone. I don't think there's anything else down there. Not that I know of anyway. How the hell do we get that item? Nope. This is... Oh god, forgot about you. After me. Oh boy, this was just... the Sublime Bone Dust that knight was guarding. Come here. Come on. Oak. Visions of message. It says just before the gutter. There's a chest. Maybe it's not all the way down then? It says there's mummies. Oh, wait. The two... Were those the two mummies? So is the chest in there? Well, that chest had the Sublime Bone Dust. After the tunnel with the 3, climb down the ladders and find it in the chest right before... Okay, so those were the mummies then. Got it. Am I me just cheating over here? So I want to make sure to get this. Oh, shit. Is that it? Token of Spite, hell yeah. Okay, well, now we can talk with that NPC. Have him not be like, fuck you. Let's see how far we can make it into the gutter, though. Probably not too far at all. Place is a little toxic. It's so much darker on my screen. Only way I can check for places that are safe to fall is living. Oh shit. Okay, sweet. The gutter. Bonfire founded. Just by looking at the stream feed. Real neat. Not terrifying at all. Oh god. It's a drop off there. I remember there's something you can kick down in order to progress. I might just be trapped down here. That's what Homeward Bones are for. I can make that jump right. Easy. Hi there. Some kind of a ceremonial circle going on here. Try secret. Oh god. Oh god. That's a lot of them. Break them all. Ah, okay. Boulder ahead. It's locked. Interesting. Is that where we get one of the giant souls? For Vendrick later? Neat. There's a fog gate there. Don't remember what boss would be in the gutter. I know there's one in the Black Gulch, but... keep my eyes peeled. I heard something trying to charge after me. Don't appreciate that much. Be wary of poison and equipment breakage. Okay. Don't roll into the urns. Got it. Not yet, at least. These noises. Yeah, that's the goopage that'll break my equipment. Saw some of it in the shaded ruins. There's a lot of items though. Twinkling Titanite, smooth and silky stone, human effigy. Damn, there's a lot of good loot here. And another fragrant branch. Fuck yeah. Okay, take you down. Oh god. If I get hit by that again, I'm gonna get poisoned, so I'll hold off for now. Rush it down in a sec. This dumb statue. These noises are terrifying. Come here, asshole. Break them all. Would that have been death? Yes, pretty sure it would have. Got a dude on a bridge here. I actually have to look at the stream feed to see anything. It's working so far. Behind me here? This is what's making all that noise. What the hell are you? I don't know, but it's dead now. Owie? Where did that come from? He dropped aromatic ooze. Ooh. Apply magic to right hand weapon. Not sure where I got spit at from. Ah, you. Get out of here. Another way down, I'm assuming. Rickety old bridge. Owie. Oh god, you do a lot of damage to me. Chug chug. I think we're almost to fog gate here. That's gonna break for sure, right? Nope. Alright. Do have mummies. I'm out of there. Oh, I don't get iframes when I'm going through fog gates. Oh, Psych, maybe I do. You need to die. God, this area is scary as fuck. Poison arrows. Okay. After me now. Guess we just keep heading down then. Get out of here. Question is, which ladder do we take? That one leads to an item. So I will go down that one. Just kidding, it's across the way in a pot. Oh, excuse me. All leads to the same place from the looks of it. Oh thanks. Maybe the other ladder. The one that doesn't drop straight down into a pit. Pretty sure if those mummies explode, they'll just knock you right off the ledge, which is a little rude. I see a sign down there. I don't know if it's safe to drop down though. Oh, here. Yes. It's too many enemies. Starting to deal quite a bit of damage to me. Drop poison throwing knives though. Torches, which is nice. I failed. Yeah, don't roll into that. I don't know. We could unequip our stuff and then try and see what's through there though. Just so none of our equipment breaks. Dark fog and torch. Try projectile. That is big brain. Thank you, messages. We have 11 of these, so I feel like I might as well. That's not the item I meant to use. Whoops. Let's see if that was enough. What? Another fragrant branch. Love to see it. Alright. Revenge. Break all these things. I don't think this is next Greater Soul, but if it is, I'm dead. Yeah, no, just Black Gulch. Okay. First time through Black Gulch with one Estus. Got this. Oh, psych. First bonfire. Okay. That's as much of this as I want to see. Let's go back to what we were doing before. Undead Lockaway, I think, would be closest. Now we can try to fight the next boss here. And actually be able to talk to the Covenant dude. Don't think I did this on a copy of the game here, so. Alright. We want to head that away. This is the bridge we lowered. I did the run up to the boss a few times. I'm forgetting. Bonk. Owie. And hopefully we won't have to go through the gutter again. It's a time. There is a mimic there that can give you some good sturf. Don't know if it's worth though. It's over there. This is where we want to go. Let's try out this fight again. Still have the cat's eye ring on. Don't think that's a necessary thing. Sure. More souls. Give me. I do not have enough time. No time. Man, they are all after me this time. Somehow we're living. Holy shit. Let's see how much one Estes does at this point. One down. Okay, chug. Oh god. Hopefully 5 Estus will be enough. Still a few more of them. Wasn't expecting all of them to rush me down at once. Just a little intimidating. Is that all of them? Yeah, just the one that drops down behind me now. Yikes. No summons necessary for this one. Smoke. Already got the items outside of here. Let's just jump straight in and give it a shot. Hopefully I don't die too terrible of a death. Okay, necromancers are back. Ladies and gentlemen, necromancers are back. You are annoying. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Okay. First necromancer down. I'm not dead, I don't think, but close to it. Chug. Leave me alone, skeletons. Trying to find the dude who keeps reviving you. Don't mind me. Oh no. Well, now I'm... Oh, not quite dead. Holy shit. Alright, chug. I didn't find the second necromancer, which concerns me. Oh, there he is. Asshole. I'm so dead. Yeah. Alright, I gotta take care of him before lowering the thing to actually start the fight. I think we got this though. We're doing a lot of damage to the Executioner's Chariot last time I tried, so... Alright, well hopefully not all of the enemies rush me at once this time. That's a little scary. Thinking maybe it'd be better to take the other bonfire now. Let's see. Already dropped down there. This isn't too bad. Oh, this is not the right bridge. Me. They're all gonna be after me. Oh, that was for the dog. See ya. I thought I may have two-shotted him now, but I think the arrow hit that big boy. Killed him. Death Gurgle. Come on. If you hit them after they swing, their poise is actually pretty good. And they will trade blows in a scary way. Plus they inflict a lot of bleed. Alright, one at a time maybe? There you go, there's one. Come here. Yeah, I like that. I hate it. There we go. The whip ones are scarier for me. Alright, you're done. Get out of here. There we go. Come here. Most of the time they just drop cracked red eye orbs. Not sure if they have a rare drop or not though. Yikes. Alright, better off on Estus this time. Try this again. Oak. See where we dropped our souls. Our swoles. Here's good. Excuse me. Chug. Chug now. Thank you. Birder, 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 birder. Hello. I thought this is where he'd be. It's the next one then. Yep. Fuck you. Try and take down some of the skeletons before the fight starts. I think the chariot itself should take care of them. Alright, let's do this thing. Ba-boom. While he's trying to get up, get a few hits in. Stomp. Charge. What you doing next? Oh, I whiffed. Alright, that's the punishable attack. Breathe in the dark flames. No stomp, please. Charge. Uh-oh. Alright, you're done. You're done. We did it. We beat the Executioner's Chariot. That run-up is always interesting. Oh, kinds of souls going on. Executioner Chariot soul. Hell yeah. I want to read the description for the Royal Rat Authority soul. The lore, the rat lore. For Executioner's Chariot. The chariot was created only to torment undead. Fair enough. Took the form of a horrendous mad steed, a window into the soul of its master. Soul of the Executioner's Chariot that holds control over the undead purgatory. What is undead purgatory? Okay. The old Iron King commanded the capture of all undead, but those charged with the task were overcome by the curse. Skeleton Lord's soul. Rat King's loyal servant judges the worthiness of those who seek royal audience. So it's kind of the same thing as authority then. It's interesting. Next place you can find the rat Covenant. Get some of these straggler items that were in the fight. Whoa, so he's just flying over a pit then. Hurrah for leg. Arena, but be wary of fatty. Oh no. So I think the Covenant in question is just after the Executioner's Chariot fight. Might be further up though. Not sure how well hidden it actually is. I think this is the last item here. Just a fading soul. Just some souls. But we can move on through the Undead Purgatory. Forgetting exactly where this leads. Nice job, fine work. Thank you, thank you. I need to up the boss count. That's 3 bosses beaten so far. Let's see how much more time we have here after getting this Covenant. Then the next one will be in Harvest Valley. I just gotta remember the location. There you are.
Oh, welcome. Welcome. Do you have a lust for blood?
Sure. Sing one pack. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, of course. Why else would you be here? Do you give yourself the nerve of?
Sounds like the Godfather. Yeah, sure.
Then you will need blood. Undead blood. Like your own.
Invader, Covenant. It's really not.
What do you say? Join the Brotherhood of Blood?
See if the achievement procs here. I think I have to hit yes for it to proc.
That can hardly be the whole story. I want to hear what you really think. You want more than just a little blood. You want to be drenched in blood.
Jesus.
Mired in its foul stench. Am I right? Am I? Oh, just say that I'm right.
I gotta say yes for the achievement. I'm out for blood. And I'm gonna immediately be... There it is. So we got the achievement. I'm gonna say no.
Well, that's no fun. Go back home. This is no place for you.
This is no place for you. Okay. Got ourselves quite a bit of souls from that. And then... Next Covenant will be in Harvest Valley. I'm not sure what's through the Undead Purgatory as far as locations go, but I'm down to check it out. Seek list. Should be able to level 3 times. 4 times, hell yeah. Attunement might be worth... still can't get our first attunement slot. We have a ring for that though. I think I'll just upgrade Dex twice. Alright.
That tiny thing inside the room, an ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day.
Still don't know who they're talking about there. Okay. How much more time do we got? Thank you, Spotify. I'm aware. Let me see. I think we have about an hour or so here. Who is this? Oh, it's her. I forgot I gave her this armor set. I didn't have any extra pants. I'm sorry. It's like...
Medulla, thanks entirely to you. You even were kind enough to clothe me. Thank you so very much.
No problem.
The only thing I can offer is pyromancy.
That is hype.
But if that might help you, come to me.
Rad. Give equipment? Do I have any extra pants? I don't have any duplicate pants. Maybe I stored some. Hold on. Is that her shadow? Item box. Pants. I do have extras. Should probably be selling them to Gavlon.
Hello again.
Here you go. We can reinforce this 3 times, though, the Pyromancy Flame. So I'm tempted to pop some souls just to do that.
I finally tracked down my teacher, but I've decided to keep at it alone.
Fair
I need
enough.
to see what I can achieve by myself. Master Carillion and I are from Malphia to the south, a land lush with sorcery and pyromancy.
We brought him back to Majula as well. I'm not sure where he's supposed to be.
But he argued that the academies were terrible places to learn magic. This quite angered Master Glocken, my previous teacher.
Glocken.
Once Master Carillion spoke excitedly of this land, he made talk of the remnants of some great power and the deep abyss that surrounds it. I tried to ask more, but he didn't seem to hear. Oh, I'll never be good enough.
You've got this. I believe in you. You got sick pyromancies.
It was a perilous trek across the mountains.
Yep.
I faced the most frightful things. The number of times I nearly
Dude, she did a deathless.
I finally tracked down my
Okay,
keeper.
and there's the dialogue loop there. Go ahead and leave.
Always here. So come and see me when you're in town.
Rad, thanks. Let's go see what's after. Not the gutter. Not Black Gulch. Going through those areas later anyway. Undead Purgatory. Further past the Sangwine Covenant. Tough enemy ahead, but do it. Oh, you can fight him? Oh, maybe it's just the Covenant. Neat. Is he optional then? Dead end ahead? Okay. I want to figure out for myself. I don't know if it's possible though. It sure is. We've made it. Item. Nimble one. Alright. Alright, okay. I guess that's the end for Undead Purgatory then? I thought there was more. Took down the Executioner's Chariot though. Unless there's another path in here. For now, we just try and tackle Harvest Valley then. Let me see. As far as the item box goes, I'm going to take out all my poison resist things that I have. Let's go and store the bossels we found. These as well for later. 2 of the fragrant branches. And the token of spite. Let's see. I think we just have the 3 common fruit. Store the broken thief sword. Any other duplicates we have? Haven't used any Twinkling Titanite yet either. Alright, suppose we move on to Harvest Valley then. To the poison pool once again. Trying to remember where the Sunlight Covenant is too. I haven't gotten that on this copy of Souls 2 either. Scholar. Try jumping off and then rear, it says, so behind. Oh god, well, that was a mistake. Trusted the sign. Let's just grab some of the items. Fading Soul, Titanite Shards. No, we almost got the last item. Okay. Gotta scavenge all the things. If I don't find my way to the Covenant soon, I might just move on, but I'm gonna wander around the poison pools for a minute. Just douse myself in poison real quick. Nah, probably best to go the long ways. This giant's gonna be a pain. Fading Soul, Titanite Shard, Fading Soul. Still useful. Titanite Chunk. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm out of there. Still have 3 more items to get at least. Shit. Stronger than the other skeletons we've seen. Uh-oh. Hey, you. What? There we go. Chug. Fading Soul, Titanite Shard, Titanite Shard. What? And another Titanite Shard. All the upgrade things. How dare you? Oh god, hurry. Might be further on. Pyromancers are always kind of a pain here. Hexing urns. Ooh, I think you throw those to, like, instead of fire bombs, it's dark magic, which is pretty cool. Oh god. Get out of here. Pyromancers are like taskmasters here. Visions of chest. Oh god. Should be enough time. Perfect. Die, please. He's probably talking about the pyromancer. Just lodged inside the ground. Thank you, Dark Souls. What the hell? Yep. She's one with the rock now. Bonfire ahead, try right. Ooh, yeah, look at that. I'm gonna rate that message up. Guess that was kind of obvious though, but you know what? Still helpful. The mines. I think this is where we spot Cornifex pretty soon here. More opportunities of boss weapons. Hello. How many of you can I kill? 2 of them. Damn, there's a lot of mining materials here. I can see why Blacksmith's daughter was interested in this place. Hole. If I remember right, I think we do have to drop down one of these or something to get to the death. Yeah, probably gonna die here. That's what we got the bonfire for though, right? Get to the Sunlight Covenant. Oh god, I'm very dead. Pyromancers. Probably have to look up the path though. It's hard to see. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hello. He's got a big old hammer. Donk. Dink. Excuse me. Where are these flames coming from? poison himself. Ooh. Oh, that works for me. There it is. This is the effigy I was looking for. It's how you... It's similar to the one... try back. The effigy you need to interact with to join the Sunlight Covenant in Souls 1 as well. Enter Covenant. Yes. We are a Sunbro now. And that's the last one I need to find achievement-wise until pretty late into the game. There's one just inside of Majula that you can join right off the bat, but I think it's going to make it more difficult to get some of the other achievements later on. So, praise the sun. I have no sunlight medals. Also PvP, or PvE is awesome. Praise the sun. It's a glorious day. That's all the covenants for now. Up until we do need to fight Dark Lurker. But that's not going to be for a long time. Hello. Now, I think Lucatiel's next location dialogue-wise is either in Earthen Peak or Harvest Valley. I'm going to check on that real quick. Oh god, this is not a safe place to do this. Quickly! Okay, I'm out of there. It is an Earthen Peak, okay. Oopsie. So we're not quite there yet. I believe this is where I came from. Okay, that wasn't as hard to find as I remembered. As far as the Covenant anyway. Just get these items. Got one shot by him. But we got a Titanite shard, so it was all worth, right? Oh, we're getting quite a few items here. Plus we can have another go at the last Titanite lizard. Just after the bonfire here. See if we can't reach him in time. Come here, you. Donk. Pale stone, Titanite shard, large Titanite shards. Aw, yeah. Where is this pyromancer? Don't respect them. Items. Dragon charm. Chameleon. Washing pole. All kinds of weird stuff. Titanite shards. Oh, there's a dude with a hammer. Probably one more death here. At least. I want to get the rest of the items, because I'm greedy. Wash pole. And dragon charm. Magic mace. Dark scythe. Notched whip. So, washing pole. This. Requires 18 strength, but scales B with dex. That's tempting. Oh, it's a katana. Sick. Oh my god, this is awesome. I am the weeaboo warrior. Oh god, I'm gonna poison myself. Very tempting, actually. What is the lightning spear? It's C scaling with dex. This might be our next go-to. We need... Extremely long blade allows for strikes from great distance, but its construction makes it extremely fragile. Okay. Interesting. I'm poisoned. I was standing in the poison goop. What was I gonna check? Oh yeah, character stats. So we are 1 strength away. Yeah, I'm down to try that out and infuse it maybe with one of the Like bleed maybe? Could be interesting. Electricity is pretty damn good though, and we still need to get that checked off the list for McDuff anyway. So I would not mind. Let's try heading left here. Tough enemy to the right. Light required ahead. What? Oh, wild. Should be down here. Yep. Treasure ahead. I'm assuming there's another lever we need to pull to open that. Ooh, chest. But probably gonna die going down this labyrinth of poison. Poison stone and rotten pine resins. We can... That was one of the ones we needed, I think, to imbue a weapon with poison. Soul of a nameless soldier. Shoutouts to these people who wrote messages. I know where the hell to run. Straight to ladder. Wow, that was really fucking helpful. Nope. Oh god, I don't have any more. Okay. Just deal with it. Where am I going? Who am I? This way. That's where that enemy was. They're here? Oh god, there's a lot of you. I'm trapped here now? Alright. That's another death for me, probably. Yep. Alright. Harvest Valley's not messing around. Fair enough. We try again, of course. Yeah. Now I know what's ahead. Let's run in so I don't get trapped immediately. Sup, dude? There are so many of you. Maybe this is where the lever is. Hey, he's breaking down the wall for me. 2 down. Green blossoms are great. Temporary stamina boost. Words are hard. Hey, can you break this one for me too? Thanks, pal. How about this one? Oh, not quite. Over here. Yeah, thank you. He missed. Alright, all we need is one of them. Come here. How dare you follow me? Oh, he broke the wall. Perfect. Not sure if they'll reconstruct themselves if I die, so... Let's take you out. Donk. See what our goodies are. 5 life gems, hell yeah. Simpleton Spice. Lowers the cost requirement for intelligence or faith for 1 spell. Oh, there's even more stuff. Damn. Okay. That's pretty neat. Large soul of a brave warrior. And wow, this is all really good stuff. I can't break them myself. I can. Okay. That wasn't necessary. Skeptic Spice. Uh-oh. Smell a trap, because that was just a Titanite shard. Oh, hello. Ooh. Petrified something. Something. Death ahead. Tried Gesture, huh? I think I'm okay. There was one more... Oh, where am I now? This way. One more breakable wall. Right there. Poke. Large Titanite shard. I'm gonna be able to upgrade all kinds of stuff if I can retain any souls. Neat. Through here. Try it. It's just a big old circle there. We still have 3 items to get down here. Unless this is where I came from. Yeah, no, there's some stuff. Oh, hammer boy. He's after me. Poke. Take stuns. Go for last item here. It's probably far from last. I see some more. There's the Titanite slab. That was worth it, even if we do die. Chug. Human effigy and large Titanite shards. Wow. Oh! Running into something there. Titanite shard. Looks like that's the last of it. I'm gonna see if I can get my souls back, and then we'll continue playing the game. All kinds of goodies here. Embrace death. I always forget about that pyromancer. Don't know where they're at. Where are my souls at? Hello. Old mundane stone. There they are. Okay, we'll try. Jesus. Right there. I'm out. See ya. I've aggroed both of them. Keep it schmovin'. Ah, the dude who poisons himself. So many poison pots and urns. Ah. The pyromancer. That's what that message was referring to. Hello. Ooh, I fell. Oh shit. Well, I'm probably gonna die down here. Oh, there's a thing. Skeptic spice. Nice. So much for retaining my souls. At least we don't have to go down into the poison fog again, though. Got a little disoriented falling down there. A little dead. Okay, so we just have 2 hammer dudes. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. And that pyromancer bitch. Poke. Traded, but maybe it was worth. Let's wait, what is this? He's doing backflips? Are these the headless dudes? I remember them. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna put some life gems on my quick tool belt since we found a bunch of them. Ah, this is the other way in. Bulk. Bulk. Soul should be around here somewhere now. To break these. There's a ladder over there. Earthen Peak. Hello there. Alright, I'm good. Oh, okay. This is where the second hammer dude is. As long as we keep them stunned, they're no big deal. Item after taking care of this enemy. Oh, come on. Rolled right into that. Die! So much for getting my souls. Not worth trading blows with a pyromancer. Ow. Owie. Harvest Valley is very dangerous on the way up through Earthen Peak. Even more so. Be dying a whole bunch here for sure. I've already seen what's on the lower path now. Poke, poke. More hammer boy. Yep. Oh, the pyromancies don't hit you? Alright. Titanite shards. Run. If I remember right, the shroom boys secrete poison. What's that fireball doing? Oh, jeez. You bitch. You just buoyed me. Boy. Die, please. Thank you. Fancy looking lanterns. These little mushroom dudes secrete poison. That's where I fell down. Hello, poke. Headless goons. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one is a trap. No! I meant to read the message! If you survive, you get an item, though. It's a torch. Sick. Well, alright. I'm gonna pop this. Boss ahead? Okay. Is this the greatest boss in the Soul series right here? I wasn't prepared to meet my absolute... This is my idol. Overwhelming ahead. Yeah, if he eats you, he can destroy all your equipment. So I'm gonna do this real quick. He's probably gonna mess me up because of this, but... Yes! It's the man himself! It's the Covetous demon! He's beautiful. No, he does have a move where he can eat you. And it destroys all your equipment. The floppin' boy. I didn't know it was time. The highlight of the entire Soul series. He's gorgeous. Jabba the Hutt. Uh-oh, that was greedy of me. Run! I think that's his grab. Whoa. So the lore is that he became a demon because he was trying to impress some lady by being the person who could eat the most things. And he became this. He's perfect. That stuff can destroy my equipment. Alright. I'll miss you, Covetous Demon. It's another boss down, though. The Covetous Demon Soul. Oh. Hurrah for dead end. What? I can't jump up the rest of the way? Hold on. There's gotta be a way. Uh-oh. I believe. Oh, no, that would have been it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna rate that up. See if we can't find a bonfire here. It's dangerous going ahead without any armor on, but hey, okay. Sweet. Now that we are at Earthen Peak, we could probably find Lucatiel. Don't remember where though. Blah 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 blah. Put all our stuff back on. Scion's armor, brigand gauntlets, royal swordsman's leggings. I think that's everything. Hello. I killed Jabba. A little sad about it. Now we can use the washing pole if we wanted. Let's go pay Macduff a visit. Which would be somewhere here. Can also use next fragrant branch of Yor too. Lots to do. Just past the entrance of Earthen Peak in a room down in the poison water. Okay. Whoops, spinning the camera. Oh, doggies. Let's take care of them so they don't bully Macduff. Two more. Alright. What can you do with... I hear more dogs. Yep. Alright, now I think we're in the clear. Infuse weapons, washing pole. What can you do with this? Be like 160 something, depending on what damage we do. Tempted to do lightning still. Oh, it scales with dex even less though if we do it this way. Okay. Interesting. I'll just leave it as is. We can reinforce it at least. Plenty of Titanite shards. Might hold on to the large Titanite shards. What do we need for this? Titanite chunks. We only have one of the three we need for that. Alright. That's been upgraded a bunch. Get it up to 204. The dex scaling is A now, which is sick. I'm gonna do it. Let's try it out. May have been a mistake. Titanite slab. Yo, let's go! We spent enough money. Smith for life. Alright, that's one more achievement done. Gave us a slab. If you walk with flame, I salute you. Have this, Oh, we can open this now. The one he was sitting on before. Craftsman's hammer and twinkling titanite. Ooh. All kinds of goodies. Alright, we used the majority of the crafting items we found in Harvest Valley. I forgot to up the boss count, I think. Yeah, because we were at 10 before. We beat Royal Rat Vanguard, which I always get the name mixed up with Authority, Skeleton Lords, Executioner's Chariot, and Covetous Demon. So that makes 14. Covetous Derman. Now the last thing I'll do is try and get this dialogue with Lucatiel if we can find her. So, Harvest Valley, the mines, Lower Earthen Peak. Head backwards from there, see if we can find it that way. Something going on with Mytha too. Ooh, I think there's another NPC we can find here. The last one to get, so we got Smith for Life. Working on Lucatiel. We can't do Ben Hart yet. Lettersmith Gilligan. Okay, that's not until we've killed Mytha the Baneful Queen. So we'll have to look around for him in like mid-Earthen Peak next time. So it says, I'm already forgetting. Just past the entrance of Earthen Peak and a route down in the poison water. Fun. I think it's where I fell last time. Do 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 do. Wait, which way is backwards? I believe this is, yeah, here's the beautiful boys' room. Can immediately fight the Pyromancer, which is nice. Get him out of here. You're awful. Oh yeah, let's try out the washing pole. Where are you? There you are. Haha, I am the weeaboo warrior now. Ooh, it's pretty quick. Mannequin's knife? These are mannequins. Sure, there's items in pots that I'm missing too. Oh god. Seems like the attacks require a little bit more stamina too, which is something to consider. Oh, they drop life gems. This poison water? Yeah, maybe one of those doorways there. So I'll head down. Do you think I can make that jump? I remember there's a way to lower the poison so that you can actually walk down there. The answer is no, by the way. I might be able to make the jump. Do, do, do. Da, 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 da. This way. Mess you up with the washing pole. Deck scaling is pretty awesome. Ooh. Maybe it'd be better to do it from here. Oh, they have the I guess all the hollows do, but the marking is very prevalent on this enemy. With a backstab. That's the heavy attack. Let's try it again. Bonk. Pop one of these. Is it possible? Let's go. All the pots. Surprised I didn't accidentally poison myself yet. Forgot you were down here. Both them down. So this is just death here. No? Oh, it's not. Poison waters. Yo, it's Lucatiel. Okay.
Still on the road.
Absolutely.
Sorry to have burdened you.
I'm about to get poisoned.
This is for you. By way of an apology.
Apology? Wow, that's a good ring.
I found tools growing.
Thank you, Lucatiel. Ferrous Lockstone.
Fading, oldest first. Curse is doing its work upon me.
Hollowed.
I am frightened.
Grasping with mortality. Not fun. Not even mortality, like the loss of humanity.
I had an older brother. We learned to fence together. He became the most decorated swordsman in all of Mirror.
I think it's the guy who wants revenge on Pate. I'm not 100% sure.
In fact, I never beat him. Not once. Then, one day, he was gone. Lost without a trace. Now I'm certain that he was taken by the curse.
Sedge.
If someone would hear my tale,
I'm right here.
my brother must have come here, too.
Gotcha.
Soon I may forget even about him. If only someone
Okay.
my brother
And that's the dialogue here for Lucatiel. So that's 3 out of 5 dialogues done with Lucatiel. The 5th one we don't want to do until we've beaten at least 3 bosses with the Lucatiel summon and her summoning. Next one isn't for a bit. Can talk with her at her last location to this stream. Though it is through the Black Gulch, so I'm tempted to hold off for now. Done all this dialogue. Almost on our 3rd boss fight here. Let's see. You know what, maybe we can... I don't know if there's enough time, but I'll try and make some more progress here as far as trying to find Gilligan and take on the next few portions of Earthen Peak. But it is a time and a half. Should probably call it about 15 to 30 minutes here, though. Something required ahead in short chest required ahead. Wait, what? I'm gonna use the Ferrous Lockstone we have. Something about a chest. Oh, illusory wall. See, with these ones, I feel like it may not be necessary to even use the Ferrous Lockstone if you know where the illusory walls are. Not sure about that, though. Poison Bite Ring. That'll be useful here. If it does what I think it does. Got the even stronger version of Steel Protection from Lucatiel just now, though. Where is that? Ring of Steel Protection +1. Increases physical defense. Keep the Ring of Binding. I'm going to swap that out. Serpent's Ring for now. Okay. Yeah, and the Washing Pole does degrade pretty quickly. Oh, the Poison Bite Ring. That's what I was looking for. Where are you? Binding. Oh, here it is. Increases poison resist. So let's Ring of Blades do again. Increases physical attack. No. Maybe instead of the Chloranthy Ring, just for this area. Doesn't do much for us. Repair Powder is nice, though. Oh, don't poison me! Alright, well, so much for that ring being useful. Might be later on, though. Chug. Life Gem. Repair Powder. Where are you at? We have 3 just in our inventory. Head back around this way. Got all kinds of hammer dudes. Uh-oh. Alright. Chug quickly. And now, just run the rest of the way to Bonfire. Continue on from there. Forgot how much I like Lucatiel just as an NPC in this game, although Gavlon is up there too, not gonna lie. I think that's just death down there. Same thing with this side. Enemy ahead. What? Oh, barely got out of the way, but the aftershock still hit me. Pull the lever, Gronk. So it raises that. Pointless. Nah. I think that would splash poison on me if I tried to go through it, so. I remember you, but I don't remember what you do. There's the archers here. I don't think he inflicts poison. Let's go. Get parried. Huh. Now, in order to make the next boss fight easier, we gotta burn one of these windmills. Hello. Oh man, I forgot how many of these dudes there are. Uh-oh. Yep, you break those poison pots for me. Thank you. Wasting all our Estus because of the poison, but this happens. I think it's close to the bonfires where we burn the windmill to lower the poison for the fight. But I do want to see if we can't... I don't think it's only rubbish down there. That's on me. Don't want to break the chests. Ruin any items that are inside. That one might just be a trap. Bwah, bwah. Take two. Fuck. I was standing directly in poison, to be fair, with the ring on, so maybe it'd be helpful just against the pots. I'm not too sure. Oh god. Poison again. Chug. Ow, what the... It's because the archer? It's not an illusory wall, is it? Illusion ahead? Yeah, right. Maybe from the other side, I'd believe it. Ooh, the follow-ups. Owie. Don't mind me, just gonna backstab you. The Covetous Silver Serpent Ring payouts are pretty sick. It's got two of you here. How are you alive? Oh my god. Chug! Gonna wait for the poison to go down before I continue. Oh god, that's an arrow. How do I get across over there? Is that just a leap of faith? Willing to try it one time. Yeah, not quite. Might have to drop down there from somewhere else. Leap. So many items here I don't think I've gotten before. I remember finding the Titanite slab for sure, and the poison ore. Damage is very inconsistent. The weapon. It's good. Damage values are just kind of weird. Can always use more shards. Mannequin top. We're gonna get the whole mannequin set. Come here. Oops. Fell down. Oh, the stun though. That's pretty good. Run! So I've already gotten the item there now. Fuck. See, that other one died in 2 hits. Yeah, I don't know. Figuring it out, I guess. Got the ladder that goes up there. Ah, souls. Okay. Cool. Only 2 Estus used. It's exploring time. Don't remember what that does. Oh right, the chest over here. The archer. For this guy to pop out, do his thing. Alright, see ya. What's in the chest? Ooh, pike. I think that scales with dex and strength as well. Chug. Don't remember where any other optional things are now. Are they just lodged in the wall? They sure are. Nice. Now we can just head up here. Hello. Someone to the right of me, I remember. Oh, not yet. He's guarding what we have to burn. Try fire, yep. So once we do light a torch, can go right here and set it ablaze. Bonfire ahead? Ooh. Hello. Like the amount of stun time we're getting with the weapon though. It's been fun. Black fire bombs. Ooh, the traps. Mannequin mask. Wonder if that's the whole set there. Head to where it said bonfire was. Ayo. Whoosh. See how much more time we have. Okay, just enough to... Well, I'm not sure where this NPC is at first. We can burn the wheel. Hello. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Okay. Clear the room of enemies first. That's smacked. We're up to 100 and something deaths now in just Souls 2. Dying is just a part of the game, honestly. It's a feature. Check the mannequins. Okay, why did one of them die in 2 hits and the other one did not? It must just be how I'm hitting them with the weapon. Get good streamer. I think it's possible to continue without lighting that on fire, but then there'd be poison all over the boss arena, and that, it's not my favorite. Oh. Are those the two? No. Come on. Wanted the backstab, but that works too. Is he chugging? He is healing. Come here, coward. There's the backstab. Mannequin top. Alright, now we light the torch. Set it ablaze. Whoosh. Burn to the ground. Alright. That's done. The rest of bonfire again. Alright. I'm gonna figure out where Gilligan is off stream. Is that actually his name? I hope. Gilligan's Island. The ladder boy. He's the last one we have to bring to Majula. Yeah, Laddersmith Gilligan. I know that once you kill Mitha, he'll move to Majula himself, but I don't know if you can find him beforehand. But we'll be taking on Mitha the Baneful Queen next. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream there. Sorry it has to be a shorter one today, but I am tight on time. Thank you all for the support while I have been able to stream this week. It's been fun. I am going to go pretty hard into Dark Souls 2 tomorrow. I want to say I'm going to be able to run X4 as well, but we'll see. I'll probably just be mainly focusing on this. Got the Dark Souls 2 bug again. Loving this game. We've made it to Central Earthen Peak. Let me see here. It's the only plan for tomorrow. Should be starting the stream a little earlier than I did today. But aside from that, it is the weekend. I don't have much going on, so there will be longer streams more than likely. Aside from that, though, I plan on doing more X4 runs. Meanwhile, aside from Dark Souls 2. Not sure if we'll get to that tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream there. Thank you to anyone who's hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chef, for tuning in. Anyone else who's lurking, I appreciate it. I'm going to just go ahead and end stream there, though, because I gotta head out pretty soon here. Much love. Peace out, guys.